So if you're tuning in today, you're probably wondering, OEM mirrors, aftermarket mirrors, block-off plates, or LED turn signals? Let's talk about it.
Get out the way, you got a watch, you got the time, I'm raising the clock. Even in my feelings, grind don't stop. Got big dreams, want big rocks. I got plans, I got talk. I just real cheap, but it's really go house. I'm trying to get these ends.
So let's go over the 4 things that we look at before we even buy anything for one of these bikes. So there's cost, practicality, function, and looks, right? So cost, how much does it cost? Function, how does it work? Practicality, am I going to use it every day? And looks, does it complement the bike? Does it look good? So let's start with the OEM mirrors. So obviously you get these when you buy the bike. So they're on there. The cost is free. Like I said, it comes with the bike, or $25,000, whatever you want to whatever you want to add your cost in as, but they come with the bike. In terms of practicality, yes, you're going to use these. No, you may not use these. If you've ever ridden a sport bike, you know for a fact that these don't work. They vibrate. You can't see anything out of them half the time. And if you're a bigger guy, I mean, I'm 6 foot. When I'm riding, half my body's in the mirror, and there's really no way to adjust it out in terms of like out that way. You can move it back and forth, but we all know that doesn't help. In terms of your turn signal, they work. I mean, they're relatively bright. A lot of bikes don't come with turn signals, but in terms of the S1000, like, this is a very bright LED turn signal. So the turn signal works. It's probably the only good positive thing about these mirrors. So that's +1 for the OEM mirrors. You get a mirror on top of an LED turn signal. So that's a pro. A con, I mean, these things are just ugly. They look like bunny ears. They're heavy. They're in the wind stream, so you get a little bit less aerodynamics. I mean, there's a reason why I take these off of every single one of my bikes. But overall, if you're a new rider, I would suggest keeping these on, because you get the turn signal, you get the mirror, you get a little bit of a safety. You know, if you take these off, you got to do one of these every time you want to switch lanes. You know what I'm saying? You should be doing that anyway, but I don't know. I don't like them. That's why I take them off. So on to the next. And while I still have your attention, I'd like to take a chance and say, all these products that I have on my channel, everything is self-funded. I'm not getting a sponsorship fee. I'm not getting paid to endorse these products. Everything on this channel is trial and error on my personal bike. So if you can do me a favor, hit the like button, subscribe to this channel. It'd be much appreciated. Thank you. Let's move on to the NRC LED turn signal and block-off plates. So for a whopping $155, you can go on Moto Million and you can get you these NRC LED turn signals and block-off plates. So for $155, you get the block-off plates and you get the turn signals. For just $120, you can get just the LED turn signals, and you can keep your OEM mirrors. You can run a BT Moto block-off plates. You can run Rizoma mirrors or any other aftermarket mirrors. Essentially, all you get is just the LED turn signals. So the LEDs can go on any type of like mirror, bar end, block-off plates, regular block-off plates, aftermarket mirrors, OEM mirrors. I don't know why you'd want to run 2 turn signals, but to each its own. And then of course the block-off plates. Now, in terms of looks, this is not my cup of tea. So at NRC, I don't have any hate towards NRC. I run their tail tidy on the back of this bike. But these were not thought of, in my opinion, not talking crap about them, they weren't thought of very thoroughly. So why I say that is because the block-off plate itself, it's like a piece of aluminum. That's fine. There's no issue with that. But if you can look, it's just a thin piece of aluminum. So when you put it on the bike, it doesn't really look too great. And then when you're mounting everything up, again, if you can see right there, it's just like plastic washers and then 2 screws, and then the turn signal itself, which goes right here on the bike. To me, it doesn't look very OEM. It does not look like it belongs on the S1000 in terms of like an OEM style look. It just looks weird. In the pictures, it looks great. On video, it looks great. But once you're riding the bike every day and you get like a good look, you're just like, those don't look right here. Now, a good substitution for these would be if NRC did like their block off plate. I mean, they could have designed this way better, honestly. They could do a better block off plate, and they can do like roundo LED lights, or roundel, however you want to say it, but the LED lights that go right here, much better look. But the LED turn signals right here, it doesn't look good to me. It doesn't look very OEM. It looks like, you ever see those Hondas that drive by you with a giant like wing? You're just like, why did you put that on there? And that's what it looks like. It doesn't look good at all. And like I said, no hate towards NRC whatsoever. They make a good product. These are very sturdy. Like I said, I run their tail tidy on the back of this bike, but these turn signals and the block off plate, for $155 total, I would have expected something a little bit more than this. And on top of that, it came with no instructions. So when I got these, I had to figure it out. You can't even tell me how to install it. I think I was one of the first videos on YouTube for the 2023 BMW S1000 that showed you how to install these in detail. And I don't even know if this is right. So for $120 to $130, you're giving me this, I don't even know how to describe this kind of cheapy looking turn signal. I don't get any instructions. I gotta go look at some guy in his yard to look installing this thing, and man, it's just like, it doesn't even look good on my bike. So it's like $130. I can't even get instructions from NRC, but I can get instructions from N31LE, and I just rhymed. So next thing we're going to talk about is aftermarket mirrors. So the aftermarket mirrors are going to go right here, obviously. Specifically, I got one comment about the Rizoma mirrors. So in terms of cost, $475, or I think it's $383 on a Cycle Gear, on Cycle Gear right now on sale. I'll definitely post the link for that if you guys want Rizoma mirrors. But $475 or $383, that's a little bit steep for these with no turn signals, you know. So not my cup of tea. I've seen the Rizomas on the S1000s before. I've seen Rizomas on other bikes. They don't look great to me. You know, I've already got wings on the bike. I don't need another set of wings up here, you know. So in terms of functionality and practicality, yeah, you can turn it and you can have like a full functioning mirror. You can turn it sideways and have like another wing, I guess is the thought for that, or like more aerodynamics or whatnot. But whenever I see Rizoma mirrors, or if you see Rizoma mirrors out in public on someone else's bike, you got to think about this. Have you ever seen them using the mirror part? I haven't. I've always seen them flip like sideways, you know. So I've never seen Rizoma mirrors actually being used. So for $475 for something that I'm not going to use, it doesn't seem like a smart buy. So the Rizoma mirrors didn't do it for me, so that's why they're clearly not on the bike. But I did get a question about the Rizoma mirrors being used with the NRC turn signals. Yes, you can use these, and I can post a video of these being put on right here with these block-off plates here in a second. All right, so this is what it looks like with the BT Moto block-off plate and the NRC LED turn signal. So all you really need to do is take off the screws in the back, if you can see that. The BT Moto block-off plate is going to come with 2 washers that look like this. For you to put the LED turn signal on, you're gonna have to take those off and just screw them in from the back. I'm not gonna screw them in all the way for obvious reasons. I'm not actually putting these on, but it can be done. So that's what it looks like. Hey, you. Yeah, you. If you could, like this video for the algorithm. And that brings me to the last thing, is block-off plates. So these right here are BTMoto block-off plates. 85 bucks, super fast shipping. I'm not a sponsor of BTMoto. I know I talk about BTMoto a lot on this channel because I have an S1000. I don't want to say I'm partial to BTMoto, but they make a lot of great items. I run their block-off plates. I run their stage 2, full stage 2, or stage 3 with the E85, if that's what you want to call it. I mean, I don't have, Jesus, he's going to town over there. I don't have a lot of bad things to say about BTMoto. They make a great product for $85, and I think it was like 2-day shipping, 3-day shipping or something like that. I mean, you can't beat that. You get rid of the mirrors, you get a lot more aerodynamics. I mean, they just look great. I use them every day, obviously. I mean, they're on there. So I mean, I can't complain about it, you know. So it's super easy to install. You just pop them in, 2 screws, and you're done. If you want to run like an NRC turn signal, I mean, I just show you the video again. You know, it's super easy. All you gotta do is mount them on. But like I said, I don't see many uses for these turn signals. And another thing that I didn't mention is that these things cut up your fairings. So just to show you guys what I was talking about with the fairing damage, it's very minimal, but if you can see, like right here is where it kind of got rubbed off from the NRC turn signal. So I don't know, wasn't really too happy about that, but you know, I had them on for probably about a day or so, didn't really like it and took them off. So yep. If you want to run a block off plate with a turn signal, the only one that I could even possibly begin to recommend would be the Futurismo block-off plate. Now, $175, and you don't know when you're gonna get them. You're on a wait list for whenever, because they don't make them all the time. So, who knows? So that is the only thing that I would even suggest, because like I said, the BTMoto block-off plates at $85, plus the LED turn signals at $120 just by themselves, already at $200 bucks. So you might as well just buy the Futurismo ones and have the block-off plate and the LED turn signal all in one. So, like I said, if Futurismo has their stock updated, or if they make stock all the time, I'd probably be running those. But I don't see myself ever, you know, leaving these block-off plates, unless like Futurismo happen to send me a code or something like that. Then I'd possibly get them, test them out, see what they look like. But in terms of final thoughts for me, block-off plates because they look good. BTMoto block-off plates because they're cheap, $85. They're practical. They look good. I mean, there's a lot of positives with just the BTMoto block-off plates versus like a bar end mirror, aftermarket mirror, the OEM mirrors, the LED turn signals. Like I said, if there was anything that I would ever get, it would not be these. It'd be the Roundels or the Futurismos, and that's just because, like I said, they don't look good, and they mess up your fairings. And they just look, I don't know, for $155, like I said, I'd expect a little bit more than this, but I digress. So if you like today's video, hit the like button. Also, subscribe to this channel. That way, whenever I drop any new content, you'll be the first to know. If you have any comments, drop them down below. Remember, I'm here for you guys, so anything you want to see, let me know and I'll make the video for you. Thanks for tuning in.